There's something magical about the living rooms of the 1960s. They were more than just a place to sit. They were the heart of the home. It's where families gathered to watch The Ed Sullivan Show, where birthday presents were unwrapped, and where shag rugs soaked up years of laughter and life. The furniture may have creaked, and the colors may seem loud today, but every piece had a story. Today on American Remind, we're looking back at 20 iconic 1960s living room staples you've probably forgotten. Let's open the door, step inside, and remember the cozy charm of a time when life moved just a little slower. Number 1, the giant wood console TV back then. The television wasn't just a screen, it was a piece of furniture. Heavy and boxy, these wooden consoles often doubled as a cabinet, with space for a record player or even storage underneath. Families would gather around it like a fireplace, tuning in for Bonanza or I Love Lucy. The dials would click, and the picture might flicker, but that hum meant something was about to begin. Today, they're long gone, replaced by paper-thin screens with no soul. Number 2. Shag carpeting. You could practically lose your toes in it. Shag carpet was thick, colorful, and wonderfully tacky in the best way. From avocado green to burnt orange, the colors screamed 1960s style. Kids would sprawl out for board games or cartoons, sinking into the fluff. It eventually disappeared, worn out and out of fashion. But for a while, it was the softest thing. Underfoot. Number 3. Sunburst wall clocks. Time never looked so stylish. These bold, metallic wall clocks spread out like golden rays, a symbol of the atomic age's optimism. They hung proudly above couches or fireplaces, a centerpiece of the room. They made telling time feel modern and artistic. As trends shifted to minimalism, these clocks slowly faded, but their sparkle still lingers in memory. Number 4. Vinyl record cabinets. Before playlists and Bluetooth, there was a cabinet full of dreams. Rows of vinyl records, carefully sorted by artist or genre, told the story of a family's taste. Dad might put on Sinatra, while the kids danced to the Beatles. These wood cabinets weren't just storage, they were Saturday nights in a box. They vanished when CDs and cassettes took over, but their warmth hasn't been forgotten. Number 5. Tension, pole, lamp stall, stylish, and a little space age. These pole lamps stretched from floor to ceiling, often with 3 or more colorful globes. Branching out, they cast a soft, warm glow that made every corner feel cozy. You'd twist a knob to light just one, or all 3 for movie night. Practical and decorative. They eventually gave way to simpler lighting, but they sure lit up a room. Number 6. Wood paneling. Nothing said 1960s basement den like a wall of faux wood. It gave rooms a warm, earthy tone, even if it wasn't always real wood. Paneling was cheap, easy to install, and added a rustic touch. It wrapped the living room in comfort, like being inside a cabin. By the 80s, it was seen as dated, but many of us still feel a pang of nostalgia when we see it. Number 7. Glass ashtrays. Smoking was part of daily life, and ashtrays were everywhere. But these weren't just dull dishes. They were glassworks, heavy, colorful, and sometimes even shaped like leaves or stars. They sat on coffee tables like artwork. Whether anyone smoked or not, they were part of the decor. When smoking fell out of favor, so did the ashtrays, but their presence lingers in our memories. Number 8. Crochet throw blankets. Often handmade by grandma or gifted at weddings. These blankets were draped lovingly over every couch. Bright colors, intricate patterns, and the feel of yarn between your fingers. They weren't just cozy, they were family. Every home had at least one, and it was always warm. Mass-produced fleece took over, but crochet still feels like a hug from the past. Number 9. Patterned wallpaper. Before paint took over, wallpaper ruled the living room. Floral prints, bold stripes, or even metallic swirls. Walls were meant to be seen. It wasn't unusual to have one wall with a wild design just for flair. Installing it took patience and a lot of glue, but the payoff was pure character. Over time, trends shifted, but these walls once spoke volumes. Number 10. Hi-fi stereo. Consoles. Massive, elegant, and full of sound. Hi-fi systems were the crown jewels of many living rooms. With built-in turntables and powerful speakers, they brought concerts right into your home. Some even had sliding wood tops that revealed the magic beneath. They faded out when portable music took over, but for a while, they were music royalty, Number 11. Ceramic knickknacksney. Ceramic dogs. Owls or clowns filled shelves and mantels. Often collected on vacations or given as gifts, each one told a little story. They weren't always tasteful, but they were full of heart. Kids loved to stare at them, and moms dusted them every week. In today's clean-cut interiors, they're rare, but they once made houses feel like homes. Number 12. Recliner chairs with levers. Dad's throne. Big, cushy recliners with wooden levers on the side were the gold standard of relaxation. Pull the handle, kick up your feet, and that was it. We're in your kingdom. They may not have been sleek, but they were comfortable. These days, everything's remote controlled, but nothing beats the old mechanical recline. Number 13. Wicker magazine racks, always next to the couch, usually overflowing. These little racks held everything from Life magazine to the Sears catalog. Wicker kept things light and airy, and the curved designs were charming. You could always tell what a family cared about by what was inside. Now that we scroll instead, a flip, they're mostly go. Number 14. Plastic slipcovers. If you remember sticking to your grandma's couch in the summer, you remember these? Clear plastic covers protected the good furniture from kids, pets, and snacks. They crinkled when you sat down and never quite felt comfortable, but they were common in careful households. Fashion lost a function here, and slowly, comfort won out. Number 15. Wall-mounted rotary phones, bright-colored phones, sometimes avocado, sometimes bubblegum pink, hung on the wall with a long spiraling cord. You'd dial each number slowly, listening to that satisfying click. Conversations were often held in the hallway or kitchen, but the living room phone was special. These phones vanished with cordless and cell technology, but those rotary sounds still echo. Number 16. Fringed lampshades. Soft lighting. It's made even softer with fringes swaying from the edges of lampshades. Often paired with floral bases, these lamps gave living rooms a gentle glow. There was something theatrical and elegant about them. Today they might look overdone, but they once gave rooms a real sense of romance. Number 17. Embroidered couch pillows. Before mass-produced prints, Lowe's were embroidered by hand or machine. They'd feature birds, flowers, or sometimes sweet little sayings like "Home Sweet Home." It's often made by a family member. These pillows added a homemade touch to every couch. They disappeared as styles changed, but they carried the fingerprints of someone who cared. Number 18. Folding TV trays. Dinner in front of the TV. You needed a TV tray. Lightweight, often with flower prints or faux wood tops. These trays folded up neatly when not in use. They turned any couch into a dining spot during prime time. Practical and popular, they were part of weeknight rituals. Across America. Number shoes. Macrame, wall, hanging. Crafty, creative, and very groovy. Macrame pieces added a handmade touch to otherwise plain walls. Braided ropes formed patterns, sometimes with beads or fringe. Whether store-bought or made in art class, they were proudly displayed. They faded out, but some are making a quiet comeback. Number 20. Oil rain, lamp spart, lamp, part fountain, and completely mesmerizing. These lamps featured a glowing figuriophany, a Greek goddess surrounded by rain made from dripping oil. The gentle motion and warm light made them a favorite in many 60s homes. They required upkeep, and newer trends pushed them aside, but they were magical while they laced it wasn't. That a beautiful walk through the past. These living rooms weren't just decorated, they were loved. Every couch, every clock, every thread, a shag carpet held the rhythm of everyday life. And while the world has moved on, the memories remain soft, colorful, and full of heart. If this brought back some warm memories, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to American Remind. The comments, let us know which one of these did your family have. Till next time, thanks for remembering with us.